Let's have a look at what we get on the inside in the packaging. First of all, you get a nice little parts diagram which will sort of run you through. It just shows you what the pump sort of looks like when you pull it apart. Get instruction book here. Now inside here we have a couple of hose tails. One is going to be a 40mm and the other a 50mm. With pond pumps, they're not like swimming pool pumps. They don't have a lot of pressure behind them. So it's a good idea when you use a pond pump to use the largest hose size that you possibly can, and then physically chop off the other section, the part of the hose tail fitting, so that you're not unnecessarily restricting the flow. Okay, so these pumps are actually designed to be used outside of the pond. You can still use it inside of the pond. If you're using it inside the pond, you would want to put a pre-filter screen on the inlet side, which is on the front side of the motor here. The top part is the outlet where the water comes out. And that's why you get two hose tails. So one will screw onto the top and one will screw onto the front. And that enables you to connect hose on both the suction side and the outlet side. So it's got to be lower than water level. And what you would do is have a penetration through the liner or through the side of the pond. And then you would have a screen on the inside to protect the pump from any large debris coming in. And then the water gets sucked in and goes out. These pumps are used in swimming ponds where you don't want to have power, electricity in the water. And also for different types of filtration systems where you're using things like bottom drains and that type of thing. So it's predominantly used outside of the pond, this one. And you'll see that it sits on a nice neat housing, and it's got a couple of clamps that you can undo if you, for whatever reason, want to remove the motor from the unit. The motor itself is completely sealed with resin, so there's no electrical components on the inside that can be exposed to water, even if it's run inside the pond, so quite safe. When you want to clean this pump, you'd stick a hose in there or in the top after you've taken the hose tails off, and just remove any debris that's built inside there. Now when we separate, we pull the front of the pump housing off the front of the pump, and inside here you can see this is the impeller, the part that spins around and moves. It's somewhat like a food processor. This pump will pass an 8mm soft solid without actually damaging this part on the inside here. So it's great for filtration systems where you want to pick large particles, only soft particles, up and put it through into a filtration system. And from time to time you might disassemble the pump and remove it. You can see that there's a stainless rotor there, protective case, and there's a shaft that the rotor sits on and spins on, which is ceramic and super thick, so very, very strong and sturdy. Inside there you may give that a wipe from time to time just to prevent any calcification from building up, but not very often would you have to do that. So again, you can see the high quality components of the unit, and there's an O-ring that sits around the outside. You've got to make sure that goes back when you put it back in, because that's effectively what makes this pump waterproof. So that's the Messner Eco Tech 2 pond pump. German made, high quality, low power consumption. It's got a thermal overload, so if the pump was to get blocked in any way or run dry, it would heat up, switch itself off and protect itself. Save you money in terms of power consumptions. These pumps will last years and years and years, so it's a very, very good investment. Thanks for watching.